Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Locking Down the Ladder. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day so far. Today is the second to last day that we're going to be using the Kingdra team, and I'm honestly looking forward to this next one. This team here has done us really good. It's unfortunate our last performance, but I'm hoping that we can pick that up again today. Hopefully everything gets a little bit better. I know we had some vital misplays and everything, so we can do our team proud today. If not, it's not a problem. You know, as I always say on this series, it is a learning experience. So, alright, number 720. And we got a rain team with Kingdra, Politoed, Rillaboom, Raichu, Celesteela, and Urshifu. That's a really solid team, really solid core. I like what I'm seeing here on their side. It's a very destructive team. But I really feel that Whimsicott, Kingdra, Zapdos, and Kartana handle this team very well. I feel that this team handles, their team very well. We actually did do quite a bit of testing against rain teams, and Kingdra kind of handles everything here. Even a max Wormwind from Kingdra shouldn't do too terribly much. I think it does like 50% at best. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I'm missing about said team, because there's a bunch of criteria that I had specifically gotten for this. Alright, so this is fine. This is actually really fine, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to hard switch Whimsicott out here, and we're going to bring Zapdos in. Because Zapdos is going to be able to handle the max airstream from the Celesteela at least a little bit better than Whimsicott would be. We are going to also max ooze this Raichu. That way Celesteela does get a, not Celesteela, that way Zapdos does get a free special attack boost coming in here. And we can just hit with a Heat Wave. We can definitely just hit with a Heat Wave and then, max Flare next turn. Because here comes the Celesteela Dynamax. If it's actually Raichu, I'm going to be very surprised. But, yep, there's the Celesteela like we did call. I think we can handle this. But it is almost 100% certainty that it is going to be a Fake Out and a Max Airstream onto Zapdos. Zapdos should handle this, I'm hoping. If not, it's going to be a little bit awkward for us. It's going to be a little bit on the awkward side for us. Alright, so there's the Fake Out that we did call. And probably an Airstream. Yep, there's the Airstream as well. Zapdos handling it like a champion, because Zapdos handles everything like a champion. Alright, so this Max Use is not going to do much. It's really not going to do much. But it is a Life Orb Celesteela that we did. I did predict, I didn't quite say, that's my bad. That might be Assault Vest Raichu. This may be an Assault Vest Raichu. We are going to protect Zapdos just to be certain. Actually, I have to think about this for a second. Zapdos will kind of die regardless. Zapdos is going to die regardless if we let Celesteela keep going the way it's going. I think we just go for the Gusto and we double into Sid Celesteela here with a Heat Wave and a Max Flare. Because there's a Nuzzle that's really good for us. That's really good for us. Excuse me. That Max Airstream, yep, is going to kill Zapdos. It's unfortunate, but it's really all we could have done. We couldn't really do much in that aspect. Really could not have done anything in that aspect, which is unfortunate. Alright, so there's a Beast Boost into its special attack, right? No, it's actually physical attack. This is a physically attacking Celesteela. Interesting. But there's a lot of damage coming in right there. That's what I love to see. You love to see it. So it is at +2, so it would be kind of a moot point. It would be an absolute moot point to, excuse me. It'd be an absolute moot point to Tailwind here. So we may just lose Whimsicott, but we are 100% going to switcheroo, get the Celesteela out of here as fast as we can. Let's go for another Wormwind, or not Wormwind, Max Flare, because we are Sun boosted. And I would say Ooze, but you know, Steel is immune to poison, so it's kind of a bad idea. Alright, let's hope we don't get the full paralysis here too. If we don't get the full paralysis here, everything is going to go a lot smoother. And if it doesn't, well, yikes. So this team does have kind of a Raichu Celesteela weakness. I didn't really like think all the way through because like it's not too often that you see it, unfortunately. Alright, so we do grab its life orb. Go for the Electro Web, that's fine. That's absolutely perfectly a-okay. Kingdra does not need speed. Kingdra is not built for speed. She is built to just handle it like hits. So there's a Max Steel Spike coming in into Kingdra actually, which is really interesting. As I said, she handles hits. That's literally what she's built for. She's built different. Alright, please no full para. Alright, so there's not the full para. That's all we asked for. That's all we asked for, which is absolutely awesome. So, Celesteela is gone. You know, all those boosts out the window. Eject button was kind of a moot strategy there, but honestly, I would have preferred that instead of like potentially losing Sid Whimsicott to absolutely nothing. So now we're actually going to go for a Tailwind here. We're actually going to go for a Tailwind here. This is Rapid Strike Urshifu, which Rapid Strike Urshifu might be slightly problematic, but we are going to go Tailwind regardless. And we're actually going to just go ahead and let's go ahead and Fire Blast this Raichu. Even though it's pretty inaccurate, we're going to do this either way. Because he might try and get rid of the he might try and get rid of Kingdra here. And if he gets rid of Kingdra, it's not like the worst thing on the planet. Alright. Thank you, Kingdra. You did what you needed to do. I really feel that we may have messed up quite a bit here. But we really couldn't do anything on that lead, especially with the fact that Whimsicott has a eject button. You know, we would have lost it anyways. So Raichu is going to be faster, and it is also going to hit us with a Nuzzle here. And it is really not worth trying to protect, so I think we're just going to have to, like, just deal with it. We're just going to have to deal with it, folks. The good news is if he does Nuzzle, which he does, that allows Whimsicott to be faster. Actually, no, Whimsicott's still slower because of the Electro Web. And the full paralysis from the Kartana, that's just classy. Oh, man. Gotta say, this team this team that we're going up against is really, really good. Really tough. And we actually get the double paralysis. That's just fine. It's whatever. I don't care. I do not care, guys. I'm already over it. I'm already over that match. So here comes a Thunderbolt. You know, Raichu's just a little pain in the butt. Rock Slide for paralysis. That's why I can't get mad. That's why I'm not mad, I'm just over it. Because we used a team like this not that long ago. So that's why I'm never going to get mad at seeing this. It's just, yeah, I know how it feels. I know what it's like. It's not fun. It's a good strategy. It's a very good strategy. Like, denial teams are always fun, but you don't really often see Rock Slide on Urshifu 2. That's actually really cool. So I'm going to guess it was like Surging Strikes, not Rocket Slide, Rocket Slide. That'd actually be a pretty cool name for a move. But Rock Slide and Close Combat. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so we do lose here. Really good team, though. So hats off to that trainer. You know, good game. Really good game. We do drop even further, which is not good for us, so I don't know. While we're waiting, let me ask you this our question of the day. What is your favorite prankster Pokemon? Mine, obviously, is Whimsicott. Whimsicott's been with me since 2015. Yeah, Whimsicott's been with me since the very beginning of, you know, my competitive Pokemon journey. So it'd be awful just to say no, we're not using that anymore. And he's no longer my favorite. This is a really interesting team. So we got Dragapult, Charizard, Togekiss, Urshifu, Glastrier, and Whimsicott themselves. Very interesting. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and lead Whimsicott, and part of me wants to go Kartana, but I really feel Zapdos might be the better play. And the reason I'm saying Zapdos is the better play is because we'll have Kartana and Urshifu in the back. We're not going to bring Kingdra this time around because Kingdra really kind of gets walled by quite a few of these mons. Most specifically, Dragapult does a lot of damage, and Glastrier does a massive amount of damage. So I'm not really feeling confident in bringing Kingdra. I'm really not feeling it's in Kingdra here. So let's just go ahead and get into this. Let's hope everything goes a little bit better, a little bit more according to plan this time around. And if we're just losing, that's how it is. You know, we just may have a completely 0-3 set, and it's fine. As I said, it's a learning experience, and we can't win every single match. All right. So Whimsicott, Charizard. That's actually really fine. That's actually really fine. It's actually really fine. Because I feel that he may Gigantamax Charizard right off the bat. So let's go for a big old switcheroo here. And let's actually go for a Dynamax of our own and Airstream into the Sid Charizard. Because it can go one of two ways. One of two ways it's going to happen. It's either he's going to Sunny Day or he's going to Tailwind with the Whimsicott. Charizard actually doesn't Dynamax, which is kind of problematic for us. It's actually mildly problematic for us because that's something that I was hoping was going to happen. Unless it's a slower Charizard, which I wouldn't see him not do Sword Charizard. This better not be one of those quiet sets with a Trick Room Whimsicott. It is a quiet one with a Trick Room Whimsicott. It's not. Okay. Interesting. This is a very interesting thing that we're seeing here, folks. It's very interesting. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. But look at that. Zapdos just tears apart this dude. Like, Zapdos just tears apart everything. So we do have to, like, really worry about the fact that, you know, he may taunt us. We may not get the Tailwind up. But we are going to actually just go for a Max Lightning because we will be faster if he does not taunt us. If he does taunt us, it's going to be problematic. But I really think Zapdos has it. I really hope he does not taunt us. Taunt is a very common move. He's actually going to Sunny Day, which is really good. That's kind of his own undoing. Zapdos is going to outspeed now, and he is going to completely eviscerate this Charizard. That's something that I really love seeing. That makes me really happy because it also does get our Max Flare off, Max Flare boost if we need it. And I can see us definitely having to need it against, say, Glastrier. Though he may actually swap Glastrier in here himself. We don't know. We have no idea. God, I love Zapdos. I'm really sad that I really gave it a lot of doubt earlier on this season. You know, especially as you guys seen. When I was sitting there I don't think it's going to be that good of a Pokemon. It's not that great and stuff like that. But it is definitely proven itself to be a very viable, very valuable Pokemon to the team. It's like a valuable asset. We're actually going to go ahead and double into the Dragapult here. Because we do outspeed. Or at least we should outspeed with... Do we outspeed? Yeah, we outspeed. So there's a Moonblast. It probably won't kill. Yeah, it's going to go just shy, which is absolutely fine. So we actually might see a Trick Room from this Whimsicott, which would be very peculiar. And the reason I keep saying Trick Room is because, you know, he is slower. He's probably just because he has a Prankster. Huh. So that's actually a Dazzling Gleam. That's going to get Whimsicott out of here. That's actually perfectly A-okay. I'm fine with that. That is actually a really fine trade. Gets Whimsicott out of here. And we're just going to actually bring in Kartana. Because, we're very confident here. We're very comfortable here. That we can actually just Heat Wave. And I'm actually going to double into the Whimsicott. as weird as it sounds, I'm going to double into the Whimsicott because, you know... actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. Actually, yeah, I probably might do that just in case he does have Trick Room. I don't know, I'm really... I got this weird, like, spidey sense that he is actually Trick Room Whimsicott as well. It's just a really, really weird spidey sense, and I don't know why I'm thinking that. So, Glastrier is going to Dynamax here. That's not a problem at all because we can just Heat Wave. Hopefully we get the burn. I'm really not worried about, say, Glastrier in the slightest because, like, most of our mons just tear it apart. You know, we did bring Urshifu in the back. And he might even max guard here knowing that he's got, like, an entire, like, onslaught against him. He's actually going to Helping Hand. That's what it is. Okay. So, Tailwind, Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam. That's fine. That's actually really fine. Excuse me. Sorry, my sinuses are acting up. Alright, so Kartana is going to get the +1. That's another reason why I want to double into the Whimsicott. You know, just in case it was Sash. Like, there are so many, like, gears in this, like, team. So hopefully he doesn't, like, KO here. He probably is going to KO here, because Kartana is pretty frail. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. Kartana did what Kartana needed to do. He got rid of the Pokemon. Yeah, so Zapdos and Urshifu should be able to dispatch this guy pretty easily, because he's only one Pokemon. He's only one Pokemon, and it's a single team, or it's a single, what do you call it? I'm thinking of the name, and I'm drawing a blank. Single target. It's a single target on a dual spread move, so it's going to do even more damage. The sun is up, and we did a significant amount of damage previously, so let's just go ahead and do this. Hopefully the Heat Wave connects. If the Heat Wave doesn't connect, it's going to be a little bit of a travesty, but, yeah. Yeah, we have this. This is 100% in the bag now, guys. Zapdos, you know, even if it doesn't kill, even if Urshifu doesn't kill, which it does. Yeah. I don't know, I was all over the place in that match, like, commentary-wise. I do apologize. My brain was just faltering. It was not willing to cooperate there. So, let's hope we can go ahead and see our next opponent's team, because that was a really interesting team. I liked seeing it. Not just for the reason I beat him, but it doesn't look like we do get a chance to see their team, which really is unfortunate. I just don't think people want to share their teams anymore up here. That's fine. Like, I can respect that. Like, I completely understand that, because, you know, you don't want to share all your texts with people just in case you do come across somebody again. Little things like that, so I completely, wholeheartedly understand that. So let's just get into our last match of the day against, I cannot pronounce that name. But this is actually a pretty fun team, seeing Double Turtle. This is actually a team I've seen a little bit. I have to really hand it to the fact that this Turtonator? What the hell's a Turtonator? I don't know. It's a very, very dangerous Pokemon. Very, very lethal. It's something that needs to be dispatched, like, pretty much yesterday. I'm really feeling like Whimsicott Zapdos is like the perfect lead here because Zapdos kind of like mows over everything. The only thing I have to worry about is probably an Eerie Impulse from, say, Thundurus. But in that case, I mean, there's nothing much that we could do. Urshifu definitely might be a good play here. Urshifu's got great, you know, coverage with Close Combat and Wicked Blow. You know, both can do some significant damage to, say, Landorus or anything. Also goes through, like, the Iron defenses that Turtonator loves to put up. And I really kind of think Kingdra might be the great last mon, because Kingdra can handle Turtonator pretty easy. I don't know why I'm saying Turtonator. We're just calling it Turtonator from now on, guys. That's its name. It's no longer Turtonator. It is Turtonator. It's not Turtonator. My brain is just not having it. It's doing its own thing, guys. I do apologize. I do genuinely apologize. Turtonator. Sounds like a fun Pokemon name. Maybe a Outtro. Alright, so this is going to be the thing that I was a little bit worried about. Something I'm a little bit worried about here. But we're actually going to go ahead. Excuse me. We're going to actually go ahead and we're going to switcheroo, because we do outspeed, and we're going to Heat Wave. And the reason we're going to do that, just in case, the Landorus does Dynamax immediately, he's going to try and go for a Max Airstream. We are going to be at -1. Like, we're going to be at -1 or -2 from the Eerie Impulse here 100% of the time. I do want to get Landorus out as fast as possible, so even if he goes Sword Stance, that's a free switch out. Sword Stance? God, I can never speak. But there is the Landorus that we did call coming into Dynamax, which is really, really good for us. It's kind of problematic. Yeah, but I think we're pretty confident in that we made the right play here of switcherooing and heat waving. So here comes the Area Impulse. Yep. That works for me. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. And immediately get that Landorus out of here. So that completely burns his Dynamax for this game, which puts us very comfortably in the lead position. So obviously Zapdos is also not going to be Dynamaxing because Zapdos is, kind of being a stick in the mud. It's not Zapdos' fault, I should clarify. It's really not Zapdos' fault, just as Landorus is just, not Landorus, as Tornadus is just being a Tornadus. Alright, so there is a Turtonator, or as I like to call it now, the Torchagon. We're actually going to go ahead and swap into Goodra here. And the reason I'm going to swap into Goodra here is because Goodra will be able to completely, destroy this Turtonator. Completely ignore any kind of like body pressing or, iron defenses he's going to bring up. Hopefully this is not like, Mental Herb Thundurus. If it's not Mental Herb Thundurus, we're pretty confident here that it's going to be the great play. And he's not. So there comes a Thunderbolt. Goodra just going to eat that. Goodra's just going to eat that like nobody's business. So there's the iron defense that we were expecting. That's actually fine with me. That's actually 100% fine with me. Let's go ahead and for a Tailwind, because that would make Goodra faster than anything. I almost Dynamax Whimsicott. That would have been just absolutely dumb. Let's go ahead, get that going. Let's go ahead and just drop a Draco. Let's just drop a Max Wormwind on this Turtonator. I do not want to deal with this Turtonator in the slightest. Like, Turtonator is very interesting, but I feel like he could be problematic if we do not dispatch it quickly. I can also see a potential switch out from Thundurus. Thundurus might be swapped out here because Thundurus kind of cannot do anything to this team. So, yep, there's that the Swip. Hello? Brain? Alright, and there's Urshifu. That's not a problem at all. Like, this is actually a zero issue, guys. This is actually a 100% zero issue. Because now, Urshifu can't do anything because he's at -1. The only thing he can really do is Wicked Blow. And, which is still a viable move. Very, very tough move. But Goodra, just watch it. Just watch as Goodra just delete this Turtonator. Okay, so he protects, so it's not going to be a total deletion. But it's fine. This is perfectly fine. Look at that. That's almost 50% damage. Like, that thing would have just been deleted. Alright, so we got some free swaps here. That's actually weakness policy. No, it's not weakness policy. I thought it was weakness policy for a second. I was like, that is wild. Alright, so I'm not worried about this guy anymore, so let's just double into the Urshifu. And we're actually going to max Ooze here. And the reason we're going to max Ooze is that way we get a little bit of special attack going. You know, everything seems to be going, like, really well for us here. I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, though. So he's actually going to detect, so he's just playing the protecting game. He's just playing the protection game. That's okay. That's fine. Kind of a bad idea on my end to do it that way, but it's fine. That was a smart play. It's almost like he's watching, even though that would be very, very creepy. Alright, so Burning Jealousy, that's fine because we're special attackers. You know, it's not exactly the most fun, but Whimsicott eats that Lumberry that we did steal from the Landorus earlier. I love that. That actually does make me happy. So yeah, Goodra's going to take a little bit of burn damage. It's perfectly a-okay. Let's go ahead and just Moonblast into this Urshifu again, and we're just going to drop a Whirlwind onto this guy, because now it should 100% kill. Unless he protects again. I say it should 100% kill like it wasn't beforehand. But he's actually going to swap in here to the Landorus. That's fine. That's actually perfectly fine, because I think he's just trying to like lower our attacks as much as possible. Kingdra does have a very good attack, but you know, we just decided to stick with the special attack here. Landorus is going to be at -1. That's okay. This is 100% okay. This is a non-issue. Moonblast is going to do a lot of damage because Whimsicott is at +1. Not quite KOing, but I'm fine with that. I will take that. Alright, I'm perfectly fine with everything that's going on here. Yeah. I can't see a reason why we wouldn't have a problem with this. Alright, so thank you, Kingdra. You did a good job, buddy. You did a good job, little one. Let's actually Moonblast, because we do have the speed advantage still. Let's go ahead and Moonblast, yeah, the Landorus, and a Sludge Bomb should KO here. If not, that's going to be very awkward. That's going to be a very, very awkward situation. So there goes the Landorus. Landorus is out of here. That's perfect. And Sludge Bomb should KO. Yep. So we get a double, KO right off the bat. Like, that's something you always love to see. Our Tailwind does peter out here, which is, that's okay, but at the same time not okay. And the reason I say that is because Thundurus is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Excuse my French. I've been trying to say but. I'm trying to like clean up my language, so I do genuinely apologize about that. Because I'm trying to be more family friendly when it comes to the whole VGC thing, so I'm really sorry about that one. Alright, so let's go for a taunt here. We're going to go for a taunt, and we're actually going to drop a Draco onto this guy too. Because we may lose Kingdra here. We very well may lose Kingdra here. You know, Wicked Blow, Close Combat. I feel like he's going to try and want to get rid of said Pokemon. We are definitely taunting because Thunder Wave, Eerie Impulse, both those moves are going to be kind of problematic for our team. So he goes for the Detect, which is really good. That's really, really good for us because we're just going to go for a taunt onto the Thundurus. Drop a Draco on it. He's actually just going to drop a Thunderbolt. Should Whimsicott? Yeah, Whimsicott does carry that. That's good. Alright, so we do miss the Draco Meteor. That's absolutely fine. I'm actually not worried about that too well. Because we just go for a Tailwind. Yeah, we just drop a Draco on the Urshifu this time. Unless he goes for a Double Protect. He doesn't, which is really good. We can see probably a Sucker Punch, maybe? Nope. But we are going to drop that Draco onto this Urshifu. Urshifu is gone. And the reason we decided to target the Urshifu over the Thundurus is because Thundurus is literally a non-issue right now. You know, Thunderbolt is going to take out Whimsicott, which is unfortunate, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. Whimsicott did what Whimsicott needed to do. I'm very proud of him. You know, he did a great job. You know, for being a support mon, he did a lot of damage. But, yep, here comes the Urshifu. We just bring our own Urshifu out here and just finish him off. Because now he's kind of up a creek. Because now he has to attack. And let's just go for a Sludge Bomb because we are at -1. It's not going to do too much. It's not going to be too good for us. But the battle is canceled. That does give us a free win. So we are currently sitting at 9-3 to wrap up today's episode, guys. That was really, really good. I'm really happy how the team performed today. Alright, we got a free bottle of Carbos. We'll always take that. Let's go ahead and check the team. So we do get a chance to check their team, which makes me very happy. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's dissect this team a little bit. So, we had a Life Orb Blastoise. Blastoise is rapidly becoming one of the best water types in Series 9. Modest Nature, I'm going to make a prediction here. It's going to be Yawn, Protect, not Hydro Pump, but it's either going to be Scald, Hydro Pump, or Water Spout, and Shell Smash. Okay. So I was wrong. So it's Hydro Cannon, Protect, Yawn, Ice Beam. So we were pretty close, but no cigar. Very good Pokemon. As I said, Blastoise is rapidly becoming one of the greater mons because, you know, it has Yawn, it's got Hydro Cannon, it makes a great Dynamax mon. And the residual attack damage with, I can't remember what it is, Cannonade. Alright, so here's a Turtonator that we did see. Bold Nature, which is like the best nature for it. Body Press, Protect, Iron Defense, Burning Jealousy, which is incredibly good. One of those Pokemon that is like also starting to come up like really fast. It's really fun Pokemon. I've never used it myself, but it looks like it's a fun mon. Probably something I'm not going to be featuring on the series because it is starting to rise in popularity. So Citrus Berry Thundurus, we did not quite see, and it was a Calm Nature. Sorry, had to think about that. With Taunt, Eerie Impulse, Thunderbolt, and Thunder Wave. So we did call the Thunder Wave. We did see that there was going to be potentially Taunt as well, but we did see the Eerie Impulse and the Thunderbolts. I guess that is one of the best things for Thundurus. You know, unless you're running Defiant. That's pretty much your only move pool there. So Landorus, we did see the Lumberry. We kind of stole it and we kind of utilized it ourselves. With an Adamant Nature, which was really good because like if it was Jolly Nature, we may have lost that speed tie, or we may have lost the speed advantage, and could have been way different. So Earthquake, Rock Slide, Fly, Sword Stance. So you know we did kind of expect him to potentially like Sword Stance. I'm really glad that we got him out of the way like super quick. That was such a really good play of ours. Not trying to like give myself a pat on the back, but you guys get what I'm saying. Rillaboom was Miracle Seed, so it's definitely going to be the Fake Out Protect variant with Adamant Nature. I still to this day prefer Quiet, or not Quiet, but Brave Nature with Zero Speed to win this Terrain Wars. Grassy Glide with Fake Out, Wood Hammer, Protect. So yeah, I mean if you're using Grassy Glide, you might as well just go for Quiet because you're going to have priority anyways. That's just my thoughts on it. So there is the Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Close Combat, Detect, Urshifu that we kind of did see coming. Jolly Nature, it's like the best nature for it. And yeah, I think all in all, this was a really good, really well put together team. I think this is actually the sample team from the Cybertron one that he showcased. But otherwise, yeah, it's a really good team. I really like seeing it. I definitely like seeing Turtles, so. This is going to take a while to be updated. Do you want to continue battling? Absolutely not. This is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like down below. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Let me know if there's any Pokemon you guys want to see down below as well. Like if you guys want to see me like run any other Pokemon in like teams. We're going to get out of here. Don't forget to also follow me on Twitch because that's where I'm live every single day. I'm actually probably going to be live by the time you see this. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Locking Down the Ladder. Until then, y'all take care and be safe.